Hi everybody. I'm just working on this project for pottery class right now. Do you know that pottery is my absolute favorite art medium? I mean, I wasn't very good at it when I was in high school, and I got a lot better at it when I went to college. But if it wasn't for clay, I don't know if I would have became an art teacher, because it was my senior year, when I was going through some rough times actually, that I had 3 different art classes. And it just kind of got me through the day sometimes. So I really kind of fell in love with it. You know, if it wasn't for clay, if it wasn't for my art classes, I don't know, I might have made a really bad choice and actually became like a math teacher, or an English teacher. Or worse yet, maybe even a tech ed teacher. I love what I do. Teaching is more than just a job for me. It's more than a career. It's part of who I am. I care about everything that goes along in this room, and I care about all of my students. When you come here, I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel welcome. I want you to feel accepted for who you are. And at the same time, I do have high expectations in class. So if you screw around too much, understand that I will call you out on it. Sorry. But I have students in here that really do want to be in here. I have some, and it's usually 2 different kinds of students. I have some students that really enjoy art and are very talented at it and want to see if maybe they want to pursue a career in it. And I also have students that just take art because they need a break in the day, because they had AP this and AP that, and they're just looking for a class to have fun. There's nothing wrong with taking this class for fun. So what do we offer at Platteville High School? Well, it might seem a little complicated at first, but I'm going to kind of go over it so it makes a little more sense. I know in the registration form, sometimes it can seem kind of daunting seeing all these offerings. Now, I also want to emphasize that maybe you didn't enjoy art in the past. Maybe you'll enjoy it now, because we all enjoy different things at different seasons of our life, and maybe this is your time to actually kind of enjoy one of those. I also don't want you just to say, well, I can't draw, so I don't want to take an art class. We do way more stuff than just drawing in our art classes. So I want to emphasize that and try to alleviate some of that hesitation that you might actually end up having. So in our classes that we have, right here it says art, metals, and jewelry. So in that class, we don't really do a whole lot of drawing. You make necklaces, you make rings out of wax, and you cast them into metal. You learn how to cut metal, and you make these really interesting coins. That is usually a pretty popular project. So that is definitely one that you don't use a lot of drawing skills. Drawing. Okay, you got me that one. Okay, that one you do have to have, some, little talent on drawing. But in all honesty, people can still have a decent grade when you take drawing class if you're not that good of a drawer. Because my job is to help you get better, and I try to adjust grades accordingly, according to that. So even if you don't feel like you have the skills with that, drawing is something you can really get into. We go over, how the pencils are made, from the graphite to the clay components. We go over oil pastel, chalk pastel. We use pen and ink to create probably one of our more popular projects, which is our tattooing project, where we also learn how to do calligraphy work. So it's still a pretty interesting class. Painting. Even with that one, you don't need to have real strong drawing skills, because I grade you on your painting ability. We have tricks and techniques that we do in class to give you something that you can paint. So don't feel like just because I can't draw doesn't mean I can't paint, because they can be very different. Sculpture is another class, and it's that you don't have to have any drawing skills whatsoever on this one. On this one, we have our plaster wire project that we do. We take yarn and we do these pictures on there, and then people are always asking. It's like, I see these stained glass pieces in the hallway, and I see these mosaics. What class do we do that in? We do it in sculpture. So that is also a very popular class that people enjoy taking. Pottery. If you saw me earlier, I was already kind of on that one. Now, we're one of the few schools that I'm aware of, if not the only school that I'm aware of in South Wisconsin or even Wisconsin, that has a 1-to-1 ratio with students to pottery wheels. So I capped the sizes of that class at 12 students, and only 12 can take it because we have 12 wheels. You spend time on the wheels for about 4 weeks, time off 4 weeks, time on, time off. One of our big projects in that one is you learn how to throw bowls, cups, and plates. And at the end of the semester, we get to have a potluck. So you glaze everything, you have this matching set, and you get to feel what it feels like to eat out of your bowl, off of your plate, and how to drink out of your cup. So it's a great way to kind of wrap everything up. We also get into coil building with an extruder, which makes it a lot easier, and we get into slab building and freeform sculpture. So all these classes have lots of opportunities for you to kind of get into. Okay. Now, the next step is getting into your advanced classes. So you might wonder what I meant by when I said advanced classes. Now, what that means is that if you get an A- or better in Sculpture 1, or Pottery 1, or Drawing 1, or Painting 1, or Mouse Jewelry 1, you get a chance to take the second level. So Sculpture 2, Pottery 2, Drawing 2, Painting 2, Art, Mouse Jewelry 2. But you have to get an A- or better. If you get an 89%, you get a B+, you cannot advance. Because you have to have the skills necessary to be able to come up with some really cool projects. All the projects are already designed. There are assignments. It's not like you can kind of do whatever you want to. You do have a choice project, but I'll kind of get into that later. If you are interested in it, you can talk to me about it. But it's like, you might say, well, what do you exactly do in there? Well, we teach like 100 and I forgot how many. It's like 113 or 120 different projects, if I added them all up together. So this project right here, I'm going to hold it up for a second, is a Sculpture 3 project. She didn't need that anyways. So this is an amazing piece. This is stained glass. This is called lead channel. As a Sculpture 1 student, she learns how to use copper foil and makes a smaller, 7x7 or 8x6. As a Sculpture 2 student, they learn how to make like a box or some kind of a glass sculpture. And then as a Sculpture 3, they learn the lead channel method, which is a little more pricey. You have to be a little more technically advanced, and you come up with these awesome pieces. But you need an A- or better to be able to take that class. So you might be wondering, well, do you have anything past level 3? And we do. Our level 4 art classes is like the pinnacle of achievement in this room. Because those students have taken 4 years of an art class of the same medium, and they've got an A every single time they've taken it. So it's a huge success. So I came up with this idea where we buy these metal nameplates, and we get your name on there in graduation year, and we attach them to these wooden pallets that says Drawing for Artists, so we forever kind of remember you and be able to kind of celebrate your success, because it is a big deal to get up to that level 4 status. Okay, so some students, you actually kind of make a goal out of trying to get their name up there. So, still trying to decide if you want to take an art class or not? Let me leave you with this last thought. I can't tell you how many times I've had seniors finally take an art class their senior year and really enjoy it. And after talking about it, you know what's one of their biggest regrets in high school? That they didn't start taking art earlier. Just something to think about.